Okay. Hello everyone, this is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would be happy to be yours. You can go to my webpage, stamparoundthetable.stampinup.net, and there you can see our products. You could place an order. If you would like to join my team, you can do that there. If you'd like to sign up for a workshop, that's also the place that you can do it. You could also leave me a comment here. You can go to my Facebook page, which is called Stamping Around the Dining Room Table, to see more things. And you can also private message me through that. I am in Central New York. I am having in-person classes, and I have some classes and events coming up, so you should be able to see those through my web page. And also if that's something that you are in the area and you'd be interested in joining, please reach out to me so I can make sure I've got enough, kits and stuff for everyone who's coming to class. All right, well, I hope everyone's been having a good week. It's been a little different for me. It seems like nothing's going quite the way as I planned, but hey, when does it ever do that, right? So, okay, this week I am trying to showcase our Happy Holidays. This comes in a bundle with the Holly Berry Border Punch, and you can find that in our mini catalog on page 27. Okay, if you want the bundle, it is $39.50. That saves you 10% over buying them individually. The Happy Holidays stamp set's $21. The punch is $23. Okay. I also this week am using the paper painted from the Painted Christmas Suite. I do have other things from the suite, the ribbon. I've got this. I chose not to get the stamp sets or the dies that go with it, but if you just can see there are some pretty cool things that they do have in that. All right, and I just realized I meant to grab my other catalog. 1 second. I have one out here, and of course I can't find it, so I went to get this other one. I just wanted to show you, in the annual catalog is the other set that I'm going to be using today, and that's our Poinsettia Petals. Okay, this came forward from last year. It does have different, so you can put a poinsettia together, or you can stamp one already together. It does have dies that go with it. It is no longer a bundle, but you still could get both the bundles and both the stamps and the die. The stamp set is $27, and the dies are right here, and you can see it makes it easy to cut them out. And the dies are $36. Okay, I also will be using our some of our velvet paper, the white velvet. This is in our mini catalog this year, and the red velvet paper is in our annual. Oh wait, this is the annual. Anyway, this came forward from last year. Both of them are available this year. Okay, so all right. So the Happy Holidays. It has the bird and this little sprig and just a few sayings, quite a few sayings there. Noel, Happy Christmas for you, sharing the promise of the season. Christmas blessings to you and yours. Wishing your family health and happiness throughout the coming year. Poinsettia Petals, again, it's got stuff to make holly. For a second I couldn't even think. Some poinsettias. The berries, there's a poinsettia together. It says, may the magic and wonder of bloom this holiday. Warm wishes from our home to yours. Thank you for making this a wonderful season. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. Now this, just to show you, it's got a lot of stamps, okay? And these are the dies, and you can just stamp it and cut it out, or you could, and this is what I did, and I'll show you that in a little bit, put this on when you're running it through, and it actually, it's like, what's the word, embosses the veins right in them, okay? So, all right. Now, if you want to see more that specifically relates to the Happy Holidays, you can go to my Facebook page, Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. Yesterday, I went through all of these things, and I made a few cards. And I'm going to just briefly show you the cards from yesterday. I did this one. Noel, this is, I fussy cut and popped up, okay? There's some of the background, the paper you're seeing there in the background is from the Painted Christmas, okay? Then here I did the border punch. I punched the top of the white, and I put a piece of the green foil behind it. We do have green foil and red foil available, so you could order those if you wanted. And then I just stamped Happy Christmas, and I cut this out, fussy cut it, and I trimmed this and just stuck it under a little differently, because otherwise it wasn't going to fit the way I wanted it to on there. Then here you can see better some of the paper from that suite. And I just did very simple. I used the paper, let the DSP be the biggest, really be the biggest wow, I guess you'd say. Put the Christmas blessing to you and yours on there. This is our Evening Evergreen chevron weave ribbon from our annual catalog, and I used some of the wonderful gems there. On this one, I punched out using the border punch, and I do show how to use it in my video yesterday, and I did that. And then I used our red rhinestones, and I just put those all where all the berries were cut out, and I just simply stamped Noel and a little sprig, and I did put a little bit of Winkestella over it lightly. And actually, I only colored the berries in this lighter green. That's from the Winkestella. It just kind of reactivated the ink, and I really liked how that turned out. Okay, so some very simple cards there. So, and let me just briefly, this is some of the this is the paper from that set. Side 1, side 2, side 1, side 2, side 1, side 2. This is that one that you saw on that one card. So on side 2, side 1, side 2, side 1, side 2. Okay, so these go really well with quite a few things, not just the stamp sets that Stampin' Up suggested. So the first card I'm going to show you right now is a card that I made. This is one of those pieces of paper, okay, one of the DSP, and then I cut out using the using those dies. I cut out some holly leaves, and I don't know how well you can see. I was kind of thinking about going in there and kind of highlighting that with a marker. Maybe I'll go back and do that. And then here's on our on the white velvet paper, and I did put just a little bit of green on there, because sometimes if you get the white poinsettias, they do have a little bit of green in them, and I just felt it would pick this up a little better. And then I just used this, may Magic and Wonder bloom this holiday. I used those sequins are from, make sure I'm telling you the right thing, Subtle Shimmer Sequins. This is from our Peaceful Suite. Peaceful Suite. I think there's another name, and I can't even think of another word in there with it. But anyway, so I really was pleased with how that turned out. Okay, then I wanted to kind of see if I could do something with the bird and the one poinsettia that, is the whole poinsettia. Oh, I was trying to get this all done. I was rushing a little. I did not put any I actually think I'm going to put gold on this. Let me just see if I can find it quickly, but if not, where are they? Gold. Anyway, those are, so I wanted just to kind of play around with it and see, you know, like about putting them together. So I wanted to just put the flower up there, had the bird down lower, and still I started out trying to make a shadow, and then I didn't like how it looked, so I made it more into just like he was standing on the ground. But you know, sometimes I can manage the shadow a little better, but others I cannot. And of course I'm not going to find, I wanted the gold, oh here they are, Gilded Gems. This is what I think I'm going to use on there because of this is that ribbon. It's red and, or maybe it's cherry cobbler actually, and gold. Come on. I guess these are all little, I was hoping to have a little smaller ones, but that's okay. So I'm just going to, I think I'm just going to do this. But one, if I can get a hold of it there. 1, 2, there. So now I feel a little better. It's got some bling, more bling than just that. Okay. So today, while we're together, I wanted to do one card that was a little bit simple and kind of a little bit of a combination with the two. And then I am gonna put together, I've cut them out already, but I'm gonna put together the poinsettia and just kind of show you how you can do that. Okay, so I decided to use this paper and for my that DSP for the around this. And let me see, I wanted to do, that's what I wanted to do. And I debated, how did I want to stamp these? And I decided I'm going to stamp everything in black and then try and not take too long, but color it a little bit here. Now, I wanted this. Wait, do I have my... There we go. I just wanted a little bit of this underneath, because I think that might come off just a little bit. Yeah, it's going to come off just a little bit off that corner. Okay, so there's that. And then I thought I would put one of each of these, like kind of up in the corner here. No, I barely touched it. I shouldn't have done that. Kind of like that. And just to kind of get a few colors here. All right, and I'm going to just I'm just coloring this because this is more of a red than a cherry. So I'm going to, or cherry cobbler. So I'm going to take the darker and just kind of go over those lines a little bit like that. Just, you don't have to spend a lot of time with it. It doesn't have to be super fussy. Do that. See, it goes pretty quickly here. I know it's not the most exciting to watch somebody color, but I just wanted to show you that it's really pretty easy. You don't have to be super, super good at coloring, super talented with it, whatever you want to say. And then I just kind of, because you know how down at the base it's usually a little darker where the leaves come together, and sometimes near where they overlap it could be a little bit darker around there too. So that's kind of pretty much what I'm doing with the darker. And then I come in with the light and just kind of go over that and take it out to the ends. And if you wanted it darker, you could make it darker. It's just, it's really whatever you want to do. And if I wanted, I could use the wide, broader end there and those bigger leaves, but I don't want to take the time to change it out. Okay, so see, it's going pretty quickly. Now, you could also use regular markers for this. You could use colored pencils, whatever it is that you like to color things in with. That's what you would use. And everybody's got something different that is their preference. And wouldn't you know, I'm on the phone. I'm doing this and my house phone. There's a lot of reasons. Okay, so they have to leave a message. As far as I know, I don't know anybody from where they said that's coming from. Never fail. Something always happens when I'm live. And I'm just doing the center yellow. And I left some of those little areas there, because sometimes that area will, you know, around the berries. So there's that. Now, just to show you the difference here, this is a little different because I used cherry cobbler, both the dark and the light, and then the dark and the light red as I worked my way out. So you can just see a little bit of difference there, or you could do it all in the cherry cobblers if you want. Okay, just wanted to give you a little idea. Now, here's the dark on these. I'm going to put the dark where these little, you don't necessarily have to, because if you color over it with red, it will look darker there because of those. So it's kind of some shading already in there. But, okay. All right, and then for the leaves on this, because I got the garden green here, I need to use garden green, and I didn't have a green in the that I felt was good, close enough in the Stampin' Blends. So I'm just gonna use the regular marker on this, and again, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm using this very fine end to kind of go over the little striations they have there, and then use the thicker end. And this one, the problem is I don't know, it may be darker than, yeah, it's kind of darker than I want. Well, what I'll do is this. Here, let me just see, do a couple like this. Do I have my, I don't know, I should have played with that a little bit more ahead of time than I really didn't. Let me just see. And, okay, and I don't see my colored pencils. So I think what I'm going to do is just leave that right now, because it's a little, wait, let me just try something. What else is over here? Is there something else? Wait, let me just see if, I don't know if I would like one of these with it. What's this one? Pear Pizzazz. Let me see if I like that one any better with it. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit better. Yeah, it's just a little lighter. Anyway. So I think I'll do this like I did and just try the Pear Pizzazz on them. And what I can do if I want later is I could actually even stamp one of these on a piece of white paper, fussy cut it out, and just put it over the other. And that way then it will be, oops, is this the Pear Pizzazz? I have them all the same. Yeah, right. I think I like that. I should have taken a little bit more time to check out this color, because I think I do like that better. Okay, so I can fix that later. It's not gonna start over right now with all of you watching me, but I am gonna probably will do that, or I could just come back and do those others a little darker and just leave it like that. But anyway, and then what I wanted, I'm gonna just say Noel on this, and where's my Noel? And I think I'm going to do that. I think I want it in green. That's how I was planning it. Sometimes what I'll do, just to make sure it is what I want, it's in green. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And there it's in red. So sometimes, because I was thinking green, but as I'm doing it now, I'm thinking, it will be too much green? No, not necessarily good. I guess I have to cut these out. You're probably going, oh my gosh, Sonia, just make a decision. You know, and everybody has some different thoughts when it comes to, ouch, what colors to use on things or what. Okay, so there's, whoop, cut it down a little so I can really see the, I want to be able to see it with the other stuff around it. It's Noel. And then I might like it, but I don't know, I might want the red just because the green feels like it's fighting with the other too much. I don't know. I could do it in black also. So there's that. Let me try it again with this. I think I do like the green, especially if I redo that. Okay. So I will, on Fridays I always, Friday or Saturday, over the weekend sometimes, at the end of the week anyway, on my Facebook page I do put my photos of the cards I made for the week along with all the directions. I mean, there will be directions for what I did today. And I think I had some on my finger. Yeah, I do like that. Especially if I change this like that. That is what I want. Okay, so there's that. And I was thinking I would just, and I think I'm going to want, which I didn't think, maybe I want some garden green around. This is a big enough piece of green. I have some cut out. Nope, that's obviously the same size. You just see I have some little, ooh, I just looked. Must have done something that made it just a little bit bigger. Ah, there we go. So I think this will go here. I think I want, and I found, at least it's my preference. You might not care. I'm going to trim that down just a smidge on that side. But there's something I'd like having a little bit of the green, of the, whatever the base color is, when there's this white and it's on like that, that's got a white background. It's a little, let me just try an 1/8 off there. Just see, is that what I want? And just a smidge off here. Let me try that much. If I need a little more, I can always do it. I think that's it. That's it. Okay, so there we go with that. Now, I need to grab my silicone mat here. And of course, I forgot to look and see what time I started. See how I'm doing on time here, but oh well, I'm just going to go with it. So there's that. And I think I'm going to put, I think I'm going to maybe put a bow over here, but I'm not going to put a ribbon around it, I don't believe, just the bow. Let me just see if I like that. Let me try this again. Sometimes I have, I have an idea in my head of what I want, and as I get going, different things happen to change things a little bit. Not a lot, sometimes more than I think, but in this case, not a lot from what my original plan was. I just didn't think about maybe a bow would be needed. So let me see, I will check that in a minute. Because I think if I put this around, then that's going to be too much. So, all right, so I'm going to do, but I'll decide here in a minute if I really want the bow on it or not. There, if it's pretty good. Whoop. checking everything. Okay. This could also be popped up if you like. So let me just, I don't know, do I really want that bow there? So here's the bow. No, it almost feels like too much. So I think I'm not going to put the bow on. Just almost felt like it needed something there, but I don't think that's... I'm just going to put some bling. So there we go. Let me see here. I'm going to use... I think this time I'm going to use, if I can find it, our Holiday Rhinestone Jewels. The red from that. And where's my take your pick tool right here? I'm going to actually put one right where there's a little smudge there. Put that there. That there. Hope that's a little small. I just have a big one there. You can see I kind of go, that's 1, 2. There. So I think I'm going to do, so I always try to do odd numbers, but sometimes I do more than 2, 3. Maybe that. Maybe too much. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it for now. I'll play with it a little bit later. I don't like how it looks, but I'm not sure how I want to change it unless I leave those down there. That might be it. And oh, this is just from the little bit of goop there. Actually, I think I like that a little better, but maybe I'll, you know what I don't always think of doing is stuff like this. People do this kind of, that one's bigger. I don't know, I'm going to play, I may play with it a little bit later and just try to figure out it. It's about where I want it, just not exactly, and I don't want to take a lot of time right now. So, all right. So now I wanted to show you, I'm going to do the, I'll clean some of this off a little bit so I'm not, hopefully not getting my fingers in anything and messing stuff up. Okay. Clean already, I think. All right, do we have anything else? Nope, that's it. Now, so I cut stuff for this, and I use the red velvet paper for this. And I did, and this time I cut 2 of each of the poinsettia leaves, and we'll see if I want to do a double one or not. But if you just gently, you don't want to do it too hard because you want to rip your paper. Just with your bone folder to just kind of curl those back on each of those. So there's those. I have this one. The middle size. And if you wanted, like I did in the other, I just took like a finger dauber with the green and put it out some. You know, if you wanted to put a little color, extra color on there, you could. With the red, I'm just trying to think what I would use if I was going to do that. I'm not even sure. Maybe just like red, or even, this is like a real red, so maybe even a little bit of cherry cobbler to make it a little darker. Okay. Okay, so how just to show you, with the white one, I just did one of each. Okay, so it was like that. And I did use mini dimensionals in between the layers. Now wait a minute, let me find my mini dimensionals. They're right here somewhere. Did I knock them down? Maybe. All right, I know I've got more, so let me just find them. They're right here, but oh, that's not them. I used them earlier and I put them right back here, and now I don't want the black ones, although you could use here some. Okay. And the regular dimensionals would probably fit on them also because they're a good size. But this time I thought instead of I might do a double one. So those would go together, and then you put these together. So you get a much fuller, where's the white one? So see, it's fuller, although that's very nice like that too. So it's really whatever you want. So I'm going to try this and see if I like it. If it seems too much, then I take it apart. So, and I just put them, I'll kind of move it a little bit. Right now I'm going to put just each of the sizes together. And again, just kind of offsetting those, each of those. There. Yeah, okay. Now you can also do it again. If I don't, okay, this is how it looks if I don't have, it's pretty full. So I'm thinking I might not use a dimensional in between the different layers, but I don't know if I'll be, let me just try it here and see if it looks like too much. Or if it's going to be okay. Okay. You know, I don't want it so thick it's going to be hard to mail. It's just, so I don't know that it matters. So there's that. So here's the double one. Okay. Okay. And then on this one, I wanted this paper. I'm going to use this paper for the background. I just thought really I wanted the flower to make this biggest statement on this. Put this under so if I get, oop. So that if I go up, it won't be on my work surface. And hopefully, do I like it better? I think I like it better like that. Okay, and then I want to put this up here, and I'm going to put my greeting down here more. I might end up trimming that a little bit shorter because it takes up, it's like the whole thing. But let me see. And then I have, what I did is I cut 3. Let me just see here for a sec. Let me just see what I might want to do there. Take my regular evening evergreen marker, the thinner one. I'm just going to kind of go along this. Now, obviously, I could do it with black if I wanted it a little darker, but I didn't really want it that dark. And just see, oh, I think I do like that it kind of emphasizes it a little bit more, so I'm going to do that on here. And I could have done that too on the leaves, on the poinsettias if I wanted. That's another option. You know, it's just with the red. Same color, but it might help that those to stand out a little more. So what I was thinking I might want, so this is what I did before, is I kind of put them where I thought I might want them. And then I set the flower on it to see, is that what I want, or do I need to tweak it a little? And this, I think I want that a little more like that. I think I want this a little more like, so I think I want it kind of like that. So that's more what I want. So, and you could use glue. I'm using a tape runner, but you can use glue. Okay. If you want, it's really what do you like the best for your, you know, what adhesive do you prefer? That's what you should use. Okay. Oh, I think now that's over too far. Can I lift that up? I might be able to. So let me just try this again. That there. That there. Let me just do this. That, now is that going to be where I want it? I think I want this just a smidge more like that. So let me see. Yeah, I think that's how I want everything. Oh, that's not. Now, and I'm going to put, part of this is because it's kind of, it does, you know, because this is bent down, I kind of like the idea of having there, I got to move that a little, of using a dimensional on the bottom, you know, there, just to kind of, I think it might hold a little bit better than if I tried to just glue it down. And then, I think this one I used those sequins, but I think I want gold on this. Let me just think here a minute. Let me do this first. Okay, so this I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do Happy Christmas. And I'm going to do it in the Evening Evergreen. Maybe. I can get it to open. There. Sometimes they pop open like nothing, and other times you're fighting with it. I'm gonna end up trimming this down a little there. So I think I'll be happier in the end. Happy Christmas. Like sometimes the darker ones just have to, they don't take long to dry, but sometimes if you move a little too quickly, they smear. It smears. So I just want to make sure. Use my big shears here because I think I got that. Is that close? Are they about the same distance from the end? It might need just a smidge, not much. Okay. And then that will go there. Okay, so I can put this on. Oop. And then I trim that white here. So let me see. I want that like that. Do I want that popped up? Let me just see here. This will give me an idea if I just trim this. But you can use the bones. You want to go out that of your, but this will give me an idea if I want it. I don't want to stick it on yet. There it is, popped up. And there it is. I think I do, just because it's so high. And I'm going to use this. I didn't necessarily need quite that much, but since I want to use up my bones anyway, I'm going to do that. Just that. Now, oops, it's a little crooked. I hope I can move it a little there. See if it'll, hopefully it'll stay. All right, now, I was thinking, I think I'm going to do the gold again. And I think I'm going to put this right here. And then I'm going to put, there's not really enough room on either end, is there? I do that. Where can I? let's see, 1, 2, I don't know, maybe I do want them. Can I put one there? I guess I can. Doesn't matter. Okay, so there we go, I think. I'm not sure if I like those like that. So I kind of like this here. So if I put that there, how about if that's on top? Do I like that, or is it? That might be too much. I don't know. Usually I do an odd number on the card, but that's like they each stand by themselves, so it may not matter. I'm going to leave it just like that. Sometimes you just got to stop. You're thinking, I don't know, I think it needs more, I think it needs more, and next thing you know, it's too much. So I'm just going to stop there. All right, I'll move some stuff out of the way here because I made a mess. Part of the fun of crafting, end up with a mess. Okay, so here's the cards from today. See, and that's a little, so you might not want to do that much. This one I may end up handing to some, you know, like instead of trying to send it through the mail, or if I do, I'm going to need the extra postage. So, all right, so here are the cards that I did today. Let me just move stuff so hopefully you can see them. I never know exactly how to line these up so that you can see them well. I think they're not in the... Let me turn this way, because then there's a little bit of a white background for everything. Right, there we go. That might be better. Might not be. Let's see. I'm trying to see how it comes up on my... It's what I see in my camera and what comes up on the... Oh, it's a little too much, isn't it? Okay. There we go. I think that might be it. I don't know for sure. So, okay. And when I see it up on the screen, it's just a smidge behind. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to leave it like that because I think that's the best you're going to get them. Anyway, I hope that you might try some of these, and be nice if you shared with us just so we can kind of see how yours turned out. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not a follower, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. So thank you again so much. I will be having a Facebook Live at Stamping Around the Dining Room Table on Friday at 1:45 with a fun fold. Okay, so and if you would like to join me for that. And so until we meet again, happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.